do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Charity. I'm a certified nutritionist and I'm a mental wellness advocate.
I'm so nervous right now.
So welcome to another guest segment, and today I have someone here. I'll let him introduce himself and tell us more about who he is and what he does. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Charity, for the invitation and to bring me here. So my name is George Omollo. I'm a nutrition student in training. I'm a strong advocate of nutrition and dietetics and optimal health among population in Kenya. And I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for honoring my invitation. Yeah, so what else are you forgetting to tell people?
What else? All right. One of the most profound things probably that I can mention is that I am the founder and president of Kenya Nutrition and Dietetics Students Association. This is an association that brings together students studying nutrition and dietetics across Kenya in a platform where we unite, connect, and grow together as students in the field of nutrition.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted him to remember, because basically that's how I structured today's episode. So I'd love for you to tell us more about what the association does, what prompted you to start it, or what inspired you, or what is the inspiration behind the association.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Well, one of the reasons behind the founding of the association was when I was in my second year, I'm a student at Kenyatta University. So I noticed there was a gap between representation of the students' interest. So the students were not really well represented, and they lacked mentorship of those who are already in the field, who can really guide them and connect them to various networking opportunities. So then I felt there was a need to bring about an association that could bring all students together in one platform where they can engage, network, and grow together in the field of nutrition and dietetics. So that's how I ended up forming the association. So I had the idea, shared with a few of my classmates. We reached out to different nutrition association officials from different universities across the country, and they bought the idea. So I went ahead and registered the association, brought people together who became our first leaders. We then went fishing for partners across different divides of the country. I visited Dr. Keo, the KENDSA CEO. I went and pitched to him my idea of what I was intending to do, because I needed his blessing. Because see, this is something that we're going to play in a field which he is the regulator. So I needed his blessing. So when I met him and told him about the idea, he was very glad. He said that is something which was long overdue. He said even though he regrets, it's an idea that never came before, but nevertheless it has come.
Yeah.
So he encouraged me, and the next thing he did was something very wonderful. He did a circular to all the institutions that are accredited to offer nutrition and dietetics in the country, which are 75 in total, introducing the association to the vast general syllabus of this institution. So all the universities and the KMTCs and all the institutions were introduced, and they were informed there's an association now for students called Kenya Nutrition and Dietetics Association, and the administration should support them, and they also should have local chapters of the associations within their schools, so the local chapters should form part of the national association. And then after I got his blessings, the next thing was now to register the association, which I registered with the Register of Societies, and the registration went through, so we are legally founded in the country.
Which year?
Last year. Actually.
Last year.
Yeah. So we are 1 year, about 7 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I went and met Professor Ruto Nyano. I actually met him virtually. We met through Twitter. I'm a very strong virtual person, so I met her through Twitter. So we talked, and she invited me to go meet her in her office.
Yeah.
So when I went, I also sold the idea to her, and she was very impressed, and she was ready to support us.
Yeah.
So that has been the journey.
Yeah, but I don't know why we did think about this thing. I was telling Lillian, that is so clever of you guys, because I don't think back then we were not thinking ahead or thinking like we need a place for us as students of nutrition to just
see. Also, which I came to realize, see, the more I will engage with students taking nutrition from other universities or institutions, then we realize there's some differences even in the content of what we're studying.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So you find probably what I'm studying in KU will be different with what somebody studying in UIN and JPOD. So yeah, but then at the end of the day, when you graduate, we are all sharing at one title. So that also forms a basis where it was, nice to have a platform where now we could also share ideas. I learned from the other person, they also learned from you. So that together, if we go to the field, then at least we have all-rounded information from across.
You told us you're the president, so
Yes.
can you say some of your roles for some of the students or people who don't know the association
for students? All right. So basically, as the founder or probably the initiator of the idea, I would say the brainchild of the association. So I automatically installed myself the president. Yeah, because what happens if you are the owner of the idea, you know the visions you have, the goals you have. So I need to push that vision to a point where when I feel that the vision has been bought by the students, then I can leave it to someone else to steer it. But before then, I need to show them the direction how to do it. So basically, as the president, or maybe you can say as the leader, my roles are multifaceted. I do many things. One of them is strategic planning. So I plan on the activities that we can do as students to take us to the next step. Another role that I do is to come up, we try to look for collaboration and partnership with different organizations that can help us also grow as students. Another role is to work together with the teams that I have, because we, KENDSA as leaders, so we have an executive board, which has the vice president, organizing secretary, general secretary, the finance officer, and then we have the secretariat. So across the country, there are a team of 65 officials across the country. So there are many, and each university has a representation as somebody who represents them to the association. So basically, I work with the leaders and make sure that the objectives and the vision that we've set at the national level is well escalated to we call them to the local officers. And maybe also I would say is also to help, bring up the next leaders in the field of nutrition and athletics.
We really need that.
Yeah, because I may say that I found the professionals who are there, most of them are teenagers.
Wow.
They're not as courageous. I mean, I'm not saying in a bad way, but it's something which I've seen. Because, and see, that's one of the reasons why you find the profession has not been well understood by the public.
Yeah.
You see, because there has not been, enough or adequate public awareness about what nutrition field is and what we do, what is our scope, and what we are meant to do basically. And this is because there's no one speaking. There's no one who's loud enough. So we need those voices, people who are loud enough, who can speak. So you can either speak through content that you're doing, or through writing, or whatever, but at least there's a voice so that people can read and resonate and appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you for answering that question. So, how can someone become a member? Is there something they do on the side, or they just reach out and then enjoy?
Okay. So, by virtue of being a nutrition student, you automatically become a member to the association, because the association is meant for students who are pursuing nutrition dietetics
Yeah.
from all the levels, certificate, diploma, bachelor. So by that virtue, you become a member. But then for you to take up leadership roles in the association, you have to be a registered member. So we have membership registration fee,
Yeah.
which is capped at 500 shillings annually. So when the way the academic year runs, so we've capped it from January to December.
Yeah.
Because again, our academic calendars are different from one student to another. So we said it's easier to do it from January to December. Yeah, and so because once you pay that, then it shows your commitment to the association, and through that, then you become a member. You can participate in the elective position and different roles that are available in the association. Yeah.
So what are some of the roles that are available?
We have a number of roles. One is we do have workshops and seminars. We of course do world conferences. Like now we are preparing for our second conference, which will take place at Egerton University. The first one took place in University of Nairobi, which was very successful. Attendance of 1,000 students physically, and 200 who attended virtually. Our guest speaker was Dr. Kerr himself, also with Professor Ruth Onyang. We were covered by KBC, by the way. So we were covered by the national broadcast and featured in the primetime news.
Wow.
Yeah, so those are the highlights. So coming to the next conference that we're having, we having bigger plans and bigger coverage. So the students can take part in the seminars, in the workshops, in the conferences. We do also have mentorship programs, which you also took part. So we call professionals already in the field to come and mentor the young students who are aspiring nutritionists and to know what the field expects of them. Have community outreach programs. We do participate in medical camps as well. We do nutrition education among the vulnerable communities as well. Yeah, so our students or members have an advantage of taking part in all these activities because in the school setup, it's so limited. It's just schoolwork.
Schoolwork, if you don't push yourself.
Yeah, so when you open yourself to some of these extracurricular activities, even your mind also open up. Yeah. So those are the things we offer. And we also networking activities. You can network with professionals, industry players, or regulators. Like for now, all the officials know Dr. K, which some professionals don't know how Dr. K looks like.
That's a direct attack, but it's okay.
But is it?
It's true. Some of us, we don't even know, like from the KENDSA to the NAC to all these associations that are present out there. Some of us don't even know the members.
Yeah, so but now find our members now, they know because we invite them also to do our webinars with us. So see, the more they participate in activities, the more the members know who they are, the organization structure, their scope, what they do.
So what you said about the mentorship program, I feel like, do you think the mentorship programs you're offering are enough, or do you need more? Let's talk about the mentorship program.
Okay. Since we are not as, we are as very young in this field, but what we began was mentorship. We call it internship mentorship, where professionals who went through the internship process will then talk to the students and let them know what the internship entails, what is expected of them, how the hospital setup looks like, how they need to carry themselves up when going through the rotation. So that was the first that we did. But of course we need more of the mentorships, because again you find that, and what we've seen, a lot of students graduate, then when they are left alone in the field, you find they don't know where to start from. They don't know who to look out for or who to call. But see, once they get exposed into these mentorship programs, they exposed to the industry players, to the professionals already in the field, and to different aspects of the profession. It becomes easier once you graduate and to know where to start from. And also what we're trying to tell students in the mentorship programs is that you don't necessarily have to work in the hospital. The nutrition field is so wide. There's so many things you can do. You can be an entrepreneur, a content creator. You can work in the community. There's so many things to do. So we what we are trying to say that they don't really need to incline themselves to the hospital setup. There's so many things, and see, those information only comes from mentorship programs, where those people already in the field, for example, those who have ventured into entrepreneurship in the nutrition world, the corporates, they come and talk to us, tell us, we ventured into this entrepreneurship. So far, this is what's going on. Someone who's in policy will come and talk to us. Someone in research will come and talk to us. Someone in academics. So you find at the end of the day that the student now will have, their brains or thinking is wide enough. So it not be narrowed to clinical, but now wider. Yes.
Or I should be a clinical or a community.
Or a community. Yeah. So you find when you graduate, there are so many areas you can begin from. You can start doing your small content. As you wait for your bigger opening.
So just to add on the mentorship question, but I know you've already mentioned some of the key things, but how does the association collaborate with other professionals or organizations in the nutrition and dietetics field?
So yeah, that's a good question. We actually shopping for collaborations and partnerships. So far we've partnered, we've done well with international partnership and local.
Why is that?
The local field is much more stringent. I don't know why. The international ones
you
are
do
much
know why?
ready.
Because if you're leaning toward the international,
Because we call for partnership, the international market is ready, to partner and to listen to us. They are ready to take us in as compared to the local. That's what I've experienced. And for the past 1 year, I can tell you, like for example, we've had partnership with University of Ibadan, Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. We've had partnership with the Charibana University in Zambia, Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. We've had partnership with Makerere University, Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. We've had partnership with Tanzania, called Tanzania University, same department, even Burundi. And of the latest, which was one of the biggest highlights, was when we had partnership. We have actually, and that was even good because we signed even partnership. With it's called NDIET, European Network of Dietetic Students Association. This is a network that comprises about 31 countries. So we've had a partnership. We have a collaboration, in fact, a memorandum of understanding, and we shall begin working on that from next year. We have a range of activities to undertake, one of them being exchange programs, and this is where we can learn from them, they can learn from us. Another one is through educational programs where they can teach us on areas of their strength. For example, if they have a strength in psychiatric nutrition, they can take us that through. If we have a strength in clinical nutrition, we can share. The best thing is that all these programs are conducted by professionals. So it's students now come in to learn and gain. So for us, we'll appoint professionals who can take them through. They can do the same. We're also working through a module of exchange program. Where our members or our students can take 1 week or 2 weeks, fly over to the other side of a university of that they shall pick. They shall learn about how they do their stuff. Yes, they also will come to the University of Choice to Kenya and see also how our department or how our field is done. So it's something that we are trying to work on. Of course, we need other players to make sure to help us in making this a reality.
The partnership and the stakeholders.
Yes. So that is something that we are working on. Now, in terms of locally, the partnership that we've had, of course, with our regulator, which is KENDSA, which has been very successful. Another partnership we've had is with, and that one I'll have to think because it was easier to name the international ones.
I know, like you have named all the international ones
Local
you have
ones.
collaborated with, or it comes to local.
I believe things will change.
I hope so.
Yeah, and you see, when we were during our initial stages, the market didn't really receive us well. I don't know. We were looked as more like a competition, coming to take up a space. But in reality, that wasn't, because this is just a student association. It's not a proof. Okay, it's more like a student association who will transcend to be professional. So what we needed was to be, to be received well, to be taken in, and to be encouraged and motivated. Yeah.
I feel like we talked about this with Lillian. If you have not watched that interview, please do. She was talking about the need for competition.
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
And I feel like it's not all about need to know George as a person.
Yeah.
So just to finish off with that question, do you feel like that competition has affected your association? Just when you're reaching out to someone and you're like, you know what, and then they refuse or they just put resist. Is that the case?
No, that's not the case. Okay, where there was a problem actually, it was not actually a block of nutritionists or a group of nutritionists. Probably it was just an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the individual, occupies a space. But later on, we were able to.
Why do you say it like that?
A few moments later.
The individual occupies a
occupy a space that is
A little longer than a few minutes later.
the space that is respectable.
Wow.
Yeah. You see what happened, because it was lack of understanding of what was our scope or what was our intention when in the initial stages.
Yeah.
But see, as we continued, doing things, then I think there was a realization that our scope was actually different. So our scope is different, and all of us have the same vision. And the vision is to advocate for optimal nutrition and to build the field of nutrition and athletics, and which cannot be done by one person, cannot be done by one group. It needs, a grouping of people to do it. When we have, multiple voices hearing the same thing, all of us achieve. So I think when time passed by, then there was the realization that, oh yeah, okay, so now things are good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the mentorship I was talking about, because I feel like we're at different levels. Some of us are professional, others are students.
And I can see there's nutrition now is starting to be appreciated as a profession, even as a course, because a long time ago, you'll tell someone you're doing nutrition, they think you're a chef.
Yeah, it's all about food.
Yeah, but see, now people are now coming to realize, no, it's beyond that. This is actually a very serious health science. Yeah, so there's that realization that is coming in, and which is very good, which is very positive.
Yeah.
And we want to keep building on it to a point where, when you are a nutritionist, you become proud of that profession.
Yeah, like when you tell someone I'm a nutritionist,
you become proud of it. Yeah, because they can see what you're doing, they know what you're doing, and they know that in the health setup, without you, then nothing can be done. Yeah.
You as a nutrition student, or as George, not the president of the student union, can you tell us, like, how do you see the nutrition field and the athletics evolving in Kenya, and what role can students play in shaping the field and the department as a whole?
Okay, first of all, in any profession of any kind of recruit, it begins from the students.
Yeah.
So if the students are well equipped, well trained, well prepared, then they're the same ones who shall build the profession in the future. So, but if you're a professional, the students are not well prepared, then definitely the profession has no future. So in this case, I see there's a big future for the field. There's big prospects for the field. But see, it's not, I may talk and may feel like the profession is down in Kenya, but it's not true. This is something that cuts across the globe. When we were doing collaboration with all these other countries, we came to realize it's not only in the country. Yeah. This is something that is across board. It's a global issue. Even in Europe, when we are talking with those students from Europe, nutrition is not in the same level as compared to the other medical courses. It has not yet gotten to that level. Yeah. In fact, Kenya is even much better as compared to other countries, which I don't want to mention because this is going to be a national content, so I don't want to mention names of countries here. We are actually much better as compared to other countries, and there's much hope that this is going to be one of the best professions to come, and people will scramble, students will scramble to come and study.
Have you gone for the attachment?
No,
The mandatory attachments by the university
no, not yet. Next semester.
next semester. Have you ever like had any clinical experience or community
I have, but in a
experience?
different field. Not
In
official.
different fields on volunteer basis?
No, I've done because
Yeah.
in my, well, in my, I can tell you, in my first, let me put it, my first profession is also in medical field.
Yeah.
So being interacting with patients and a lot. So the two professions intermarry.
Yeah.
So you find the things that you go through, while seeing patients, whether in voluntary or there's no difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The president of the association, and sometimes you get messages from students, even if they're not part of the association. I feel like, because in my inbox, most of the questions I get is like, we go to the hospital, the center we are supposed to go, and then we get there, and then the host nutritionist or just the host nutrition department is not really welcoming. I don't know if you've gotten such complaints.
yeah.
I don't know what you can tell the hosts, nutritionists, or the people who are already practicing and their relationship with the student when they get to the institution they're supposed to intern or get attached.
Yeah. The way I look at it is that some of those attitude issues arises because those professionals in question they are not proud of their profession. They are not proud. So you see, that can show, because if you are really proud of what you're doing and what the profession is, you should be happy when you see someone coming to you, trying to look for mentorship or to seek help. If I come that I've been assigned to you as my supervisor, and I'm becoming to do internship or practical with you, then you should be proud that I've come, that I'm part of your profession, I'm part of your cause, and help me to achieve whatever my mission, my goal is. But when I come and you give me negative, it's a setback from day one to the last day I leave. It shows there's something wrong with you. Either you don't like the profession, or you're there for the money. But I think the attitude issue is just off, and I would call upon those responsible. When students come, just receive them well, because they are in training, they are learning, and they're the ones to build the profession to make it better. Yeah. And this profession is a human health science. Yeah. So sometimes if you treat somebody badly, they will take those things back to the patient. It's like a conveyor belt. Yeah. You treat me badly, I may transfer it to someone else, and which should not be the case.
Even they make the nutrition department look bad.
It makes the department look bad, and it's something that we really need to address. So I'll call upon receive students well, teach them well, make them better, probably even make them better than yourselves, so that you can grow the profession and make it. But sometimes also the fault could also be the students.
That's what I wanted to say.
It's not entirely. And see, when you talk about, and it's not all professional supervisors or those sorts of receive students badly. Yeah. We have those who are are very good. They have received students very positively. I've seen some who are very good. They are very supportive. And see, when students complain, you may feel like it's everyone, but it's not. Yeah. It's just a few people. Yeah. And their few should not spoil the name of everyone else, because there are those who are very fantastic. Sometimes even the fault is on the students. You find the students also have a wrong attitude. You find the students who just want to be spoon-fed. They're not ready to go an extra mile, probably and even study. And sometimes you find even in those rotations, you may be given an assignment as a student. Your supervisor may tell you, please, tomorrow we have a case, with a diabetic case, but before we see the case together, I want you to go and read something on diabetes type 2 management, risk factors, all those modifiable, non-modifiable, and then come tomorrow we discuss. Yeah. Then come the next day, the student has not done anything. What do you expect? Even if it was me, we cannot be in the same talking stage. I'll be mad.
To add on that, so what would you tell such a student to encourage students who are going to the field? Because I know, think second year, third year and fourth year. Yeah, people are starting to go to their respective centers to practice or do their practice.
Okay, first of all, the student needs to be proactive. Yeah, they need to go and do. The learning should be self-oriented or self-pushed. It should not be the other way around. Because the profession has already learned, job, they are earning. So it should be upon the students to go be more proactive, do more research, be ready to learn, ask questions as much as possible, take as much duties as possible. Because see, the more duties you are assigned in that department, also the more you learn. Some students don't want to be assigned duties. They just want to go up here and be there. You send someone maybe to a different department or to take some to make some records, mention assessment. They feel like they are being overburdened. And see, those are also the wrong attitudes. Yeah, because again, how will you learn if you're not being sent? So the students need to be very proactive. They need to have the right attitude. They need to be ready to learn, ready to listen. They also need to be obedient to their superiors, because again, obedience is everything. And sometimes even your ways open up when you're obedient. If I'm, for example, your boss or the one who is supervising you, and I feel I see you as very obedient, student, ready to learn, has a very good attitude. I may recommend you back even to get employed in the same facility. So it also depends on your virtue as a person. And see, if you look at it, you find many students complain that there's no job. And if you look carefully, you find probably it was the wrong attitude they displayed while at internship. So no one wants them back.
to work with you.
No one wants to work with you.
Because your poor attitude
has destroyed everything.
Work ethic
has destroyed everything. So yeah, we need to change on that.
Have you had you need to change? That is from your president.
Yes, we need to change on that.
Yeah. So, what will you tell a nutrition student out there? Because I feel back then as we were I think we just wanted to finish this extracurricular activities most of us did do. So, what will be your advice to nutrition students?
Yeah, because there are so many angles to life. There are so many things to enjoy in life, and life doesn't have to be like a narrow pipe where it has to be you have to work within a certain schedule. You just study. It's too boring. You will not become an interesting human being.
Yeah.
So there are so many aspects of life. It's good to study, but again also try to socialize.
Yeah.
Build networks, and the networks are built in school. They are not built outside. It's easier to the networks that you build while studying are the networks that you can escalate them while you're out. You cannot start building network when you're out there. So the skills you start building while you're a student. So start network, involve yourself in so many activities as possible, either within school or out of school. There are so many associations that are taking students, for internships or even for volunteering, which you can do. These days, they even virtual jobs that people do. So there's so many things that you can do. This is a generation where you need to be as versatile as possible.
True.
As versatile as possible.
You can't just live off one.
You can't just live. Yeah.
Like
okay, I know people are told to work hard, but you see, sometimes you may really study so hard. You come out, you find the market needs more than that, more than the books.
Yeah.
The market needs somebody also who is street smart.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows how to connect. Somebody who the leadership capabilities have been tested in school and outside. And that means you have to do more than just study.
Just study and just go through school like this.
And also build healthy relationships while in school.
Healthy relationships.
Yeah, it's important. What's on Kwachana builds character.
So you've spoken about the volunteer and the internship prospect. Any that your association offers, like if a student wants to join, the incentive to entice them to come and join.
Yeah, so maybe what we currently can offer is a community outreach programs, which we do. We also do have medical camps, so those they can come and join us and be part of it. Through those medical camps, you also learn. You try to actualize what you learn in class. The outreach programs also is a way of building network, socializing, and building on these skills. that are also very important in the workplace.
Mm.
Another one is the leadership, capabilities. Once you have a role as a leader in KENDSA, because KENDSA, those are huge, 30,000 students, that's a big number.
Yeah, true.
It's a big number. So if you are unable to lead that group, it shows something about you,
Like you can make it out.
Of course you can make it out here. So yeah, we call upon the students to come and take part in the leadership positions that are available, because it molds you as an individual. Because remember, those number of students are different people, different backgrounds, different personalities, different behaviors. So the more you expose that kind of environment, people who are dynamic in the way they talk, the way they behave, the way they act, it also builds you up as a person. So you can, at the end of the day, you learn how to associate with somebody who is an extrovert, introvert, somebody who likes to shout. You have all those experiences, so you can fit anywhere. So and those qualities are built in KENDSA, so you can come and join.
So any student from a first year to a fourth year, you can just come.
They can just come and join. Yes, and we actually have 4 WhatsApp groups that have food, and this WhatsApp group are by students from all the institutions across the country. Well, and they connect, they network, they discuss education content in those. And this is a way of also student learning. Sometimes peer-to-peer learning even works miracles. Learning in classroom.
So they feel like most of the things you not find in class.
You not find in class. So sometimes that platform, somebody will post a case study, then people will just try to dissect it. So you see, you also try to learn. You learn much more. So they will come and join us. Come join our groups, and we grow together and grow the profession.
So I forgot to ask this when you're talking about it. I see you always organize convention as a big convention, and then there's money that needs to be paid.
Yes.
So if I'm a student and I'm like, I'm just barely making the ends meet, but I want to attend, and they can't afford to pay.
One good thing is that they can always afford to. There's a duration of time given for you to get that money, and that money, of course, is to help in the facilitation of the conference, because there's so many things involved. The certification people will require. There's so many things involved to put a conference into place and to make it one of the best conferences. So it involves finances, and the only people who can bring those finances. Now we are like 4 months away. You can actually save an amount or 100. You'll be able to do it. Sometimes if you really want something, you really have to.
You
go for it. You do everything that is needed to make sure that you get whatever you need. So if your interest and passion is in the nutrition, field, then you need to do what needs to be done. Get to make sure that you involve yourself where that field is being magnified to great heights. And they do afford. Do you know how much students utilize every Friday? And you see the funny thing, all that money spent ends up in one area. So it goes to the drain. So, but if you can use it to good use, for educational purposes, it's much value.
So as we get to the end, can you just share some of the plans you guys have? Like we talked about what is happening like next year or in the coming days or months.
So next year we're going to have a very fantastic year. We want to build more collaborations locally. We have reached out to a number of partners who are ready to partner with us. I think maybe not. Let me not just mention the names, but we have about 6 nutrition consultancy groupings that have agreed to partner with us. They have seen what we've done, and see, sometimes I believe the reason why the local partners were adamant at the beginning because they didn't know what we were doing. They didn't know if we had the capacity or muscles to do what we were saying we want to do. But now that they've seen what we are able to do, what we've done and achieved in that short duration of span, so now they are ready. They are opening up their arms for us, and we are taking it positively.
Yeah, seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing. Yeah, people want to see what you are doing before they join. And they've seen what we are doing, and now they're calling us to work with them, and we are ready. And we hope that when they come to work with us, one of the things that we pray and that we'll ask of them is to open up internship programs and facilities, volunteering, so that it can also give students platform to come and work and experience from their those places of work. See how they should not just wait for the course practical to attend. They can also attend this that is offered by our partner to get a first-hand experience before they go to that. Yeah, so that is coming up in the next year. We are planning to roll up seminars and workshops, physical, not just virtual. Yeah, we are also looking to set up seminar, symposium, workshops, basically to grow, knowledge of nutrition among our students. Yeah, and to have more fun activities. Yeah. We want more fun activities.
No fun, people.
We must have fun. We must have fun. Must have fun.
Yeah, so the final question is, what else can you share with anyone, professional students, people who are...
Yes, so my final comment will be, we need to love our profession as nutritionists. This is one of very unique courses in the medical setup. And you may realize that for adequate management of any patient who is suffering any chronic diseases, without the nutritional input or the aspect, most of the patients are not well managed. And you can find that most of it can be either good in a good way or in a bad way. Most of the doctors who are managing these patients, they're going ahead to do a course in nutrition.
Yeah.
They're going to master in nutrition.
Yeah.
While you have a nutrition professional who just seated somewhere, and someone else is seeing the importance of your course and going to study it. Yeah. While you did it for 4 years and just sitting. So, which means other professionals have seen the value and they're appreciating the profession and they're going ahead to master in it. That should tell us something as the professionals who are already in the field. It should tell us something. It should speak into us and tell us this is actually a good course. So we need to, be as active. And by being active means not only in your workspace, but also in the print media.
Yeah.
And being active also means that because we have so many people, quacks, who have taken over this space, especially in the online content, talking about all manner of things, all manner of nutritional means which are not correct, but you find us seated and let them promote those contents. That is so unfortunate, and I usually feel so bad. And sometimes I wish if I had the president's number, I would just call him and tell him, you need to fix that guy, please, because messing our profession. Well, you have so many people unemployed who have the right content and information to give to patients, but they're giving people who are giving the wrong information, and it should not be allowed. So I want us also to be proud, proactive, take up this space in the print media, in the either school newspapers, televisions, radio.
And you forgot to tell us here's a column and you didn't even say it.
Yeah. And one of the best things, Charity, is that the things I'm speaking about, I'm not just speaking. I'm speaking things that I'm actually doing. Because, like I said, we need to value and love the profession. And because of that love, I founded the association. That's now benefiting a multitude of students.
So many people.
So many people are now benefiting to this association. When you talk about nutrition education and speaking out as a nutritionist, let the masses know what you do. I've tried to do that. I now have an article that I'm speaking as bold as it can be. You don't fear anything. See, if you want to build something, sometimes you put fear behind. And things are built on sweat and blood. Yeah. So, and I usually say is that one person is not enough to change everything. We need many of us. I know there are many others doing fantastic jobs. Probably they have not been, doing in the highlights.
The highlights, they don't like being on.
Yeah, but I want them to be on the
camera.
highlights so that our voices can be as many as possible,
Yeah.
and together we grow the profession, which is so wonderful and beautiful. And I'm proud to sit with you. You are actually one of my. Do you know? Let me even tell you before this camera. She's called Charity Wanyonyi. Those are two names. She's an alumni of the university that I am, and I learned about you through your content in LinkedIn, that you are sharing each and every day. And actually, those are the ways in which you are saying, which we can publicize nutrition and put it out there for people to see. And that's what you do weekly basis, and that is fantastic. It's motivating, it's refreshing. In fact, even our students will say, and see, there's one student, one of our member, and I will call her and say her name, and I know she'll be watching this. She's our Secretary of Public Affairs. She's a student from JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta International, Jomo JKUAT University. She's called Fidelis Etaya. She's also the chairperson of the association in the university. She likes your content. She talks about you. When you are in our gala dinner, she used you an example. And she told students that we need to promote people like Charity who puts content every time.
Thank you.
Because she was lamenting it, she felt sad that she put content, and then when she goes and clicks on the people who have loved the content, they are more of nutritionists than nutritionists. And she said it was very unfortunate. And see, that means you're already encouraging people out there. So they may not tell you directly, but there are people that you're really shaping their life.
I feel happy when I hear that, but that's the purpose of Charity.
Yes, so she likes you, and please, she's here today. She'll share her number, you can get in touch.
But my number is on my LinkedIn. If you want to reach out to me, I have my number on my profile on LinkedIn. Yeah. I'm open to talking. I always say people, if you need help, I'm open on my inbox on that number.
Yeah, and actually, I feel also humbled to sit next to you.
Yeah.
Stop, you're making me blush, dude.
He's gassing me up and making me blush.
You used to say, Charity, and the day you accepted even to be part of our internship, and you talked so well, you encouraged the students, and I was telling myself one day I usually make a point of meeting all people that I, motivate me or challenge me in a way. One of them was, of course, Lillian. And we've been friends now for quite some time. You another one, and many others.
I've been added to the friends list. I'm happy.
No, you have to. The thing is, not physically, but this is something great. I met it myself today because of this. And it's true.
Tell her to stop.
No, it's true. But continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. We need more people like you to encourage the students
to be. That's why I'm open. If you want me to talk to them, I can. Yeah. It's not that I missed that gala. I was supposed to be there, but
this conference is coming. We need you there.
I'll panga my calendar very well so that I can incorporate. But this channel is open. I've been calling for collaboration. I want to have a panel of students here too. We can just discuss.
And something like that. This conference that we're having at Egerton University will be our second conference. 7th to 8th March 2025. But you have a pre-conference on 6th of March. Yeah. The pre-conference will begin from 2 to 5. The conference will be both physical and virtual. Now, this conference is one of its kind because we shall have international players. We have international speakers, we have international abstract presenters who will be coming. Some of them are renowned names in the field of nutrition and dietetics. So this is something great. And this is not just for students, this is for all professionals of the field, the research and the PhD. Because the theme that we are tackling is a new theme in the nutrition sphere, because we're talking about nutrition and technology. That is something new. Yeah, we are talking about
it's an upcoming
trend. We are talking about nutrition and artificial intelligence. This is something new. And see, this is the future. Yeah. This is the future. Yeah. So the conference will have, people from the artificial intelligence, sphere to come and talk to us about it, and we will learn. Yeah. And now we need to reprogram ourselves and see how we can fit into that space.
Then we can incorporate nutrition and technology in the way we look at it.
Yeah.
Because we can't be stuck in the olden days and there are new and emerging issues coming up that we as nutritionists need to know. That's why people are beating us to our game, because they are looking in the innovative side of nutrition, and as we are looking at the olden
They're old,
days of-
So there's not doing work. That should be something of the past. We need to get ourselves into the new age of doing things. And that conference will be the first place to begin. Yeah, because even when I was selling this theme, when we were coming up with the theme and the substance of the conference, we do want to look for things which have been traditionally been discussed, because they have been over discussed. People have over talked about them. We've been taught in class. I mean, it's old news. People now have the information at their fingertips. We cannot keep talking about nutrition and malnutrition. I mean, those are things which so much noise has been made. But now there are things that are coming up. There are things now that are trending. There are new space that we need to occupy. As nutritionists. And this is something which is even the universities have not yet incorporated in their curriculum. That will be the starting point, because we should also have our regulator in that conference. So that will be the starting point. So we know that we are going to change, the way, even the way the teaching is done, the course content, the way even we conduct ourselves, or the way we conduct the profession, the different working places. So that is a conference to attend.
You can share where people can reach you, your social media.
For those who want to reach us, you can reach us on KENDSA LinkedIn account. You can drop a message on there. KENDSA is Kenya Nutrition and Dietetics Fitness Association. We have a LinkedIn account which is very active. Drop a message, we always reply very fast. We also have on Twitter, we drop a message, we reply very fast. We also on TikTok, very active, posting daily. If you drop a message, you will respond very fast.
Email.
Yes. Our email address is just KENDSA official@gmail.com. Yes.
So thank you so much for honoring my request to come here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I do appreciate it. This has been a fun.
Thank you so much.
So we'll see each other in the next video.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.